Before I get to that, Fred, allow me to comment about something that Nabi said, that Ruto has been insulted and has been very tolerant about this. Of course, I agree with him partly, but Ruto is not as tolerant as his predecessors. And I want to say this because when there were those, caricatures of him being laid in a coffin, he got very affected, and everybody could see, and that is when abductions actually got to their height, because he was talking about this all the time, and his people close to him, you cannot do this, you are doing this. I don't know. He used to hide and behind, parents have to teach good morals to their children. So I think I would want to see a more tolerant Ruto, like President Uhuru Kenyatta did. You remember when Emilio Odhiambo insulted Uhuru directly and saying that Uhuru is the most stupid person that she had ever seen. If you can remember, Uhuru Kenyatta sent Millie Odhiambo flowers on her birthday that came, I think, about 2-3 days later. And I think Ruto may not be as tolerant as his predecessors, like I have said. I also want to take this issue that Nabi is talking about. Raila is angry, and I don't know Raila. Probably I don't know him. I've never associated with him very closely, but I've followed his politics for many years. The question will be, if Raila is angry, as one of his party members seated here is claiming, will he still continue associating with this government after this particular incident of the death of Ojwang? And I want to agree with Nabi that the country is united. There is no political side on this particular matter. All of us are united that justice must be delivered, not only to the late Ojwang and his family, but also to all the other youths who have died mysteriously after abductions and that kind of thing. But we are united. But the biggest question for me is, will Raila still continue associating with somebody who is perpetrating the acts that he has always fought against all his life? That is the biggest question for me. And I want to agree completely with Nabi that the OCS at Central Police Station, the officers who are on duty, these are innocent people. This crime was perpetrated, and I think even those that investigate should concentrate and narrow in on the 26 hours between the time Ojwang was arrested and the time there was the first OB entry in Central Police Station in Nairobi. That is the critical time. We want to know who the officers who arrested him, they were 6 according to the father, who are they? Where did they take Ojwang? Who transported Ojwang and by what means, from Homa Bay to Nairobi? Where were they with Ojwang for these 26 hours? Because that is when this crime was perpetrated. Otherwise, the issue of interdicting officers in Nairobi Police Station, in Nairobi Central Police Station, that is, neither here nor there. Let the real perpetrators be brought to book. But now, coming to your question about that Parliament has not been able to do anything much, especially about these abductions. Fred, the bread-based government was formed immediately after the June 25 protests of last year. And this is what has been a problem. Because when these two formations came together, then, and I had told you about the numbers, anything, even in a committee, of course, if you make up a resolution, we have to approve of it. And of course, the majority will have to.
But on this one, you agree that...
yes, but remember,